All right. Hey there, ladies and gents, and what have these. Uh, just a little update showing you my game here. Let me go and maximize player window. Let's hit play. Bell, we're in it. All right. Uh, here's the player movement. The side walking is still a little funny. I'll show you in a second what I was gonna do to fix that, but it's come into more and more issues. The site not quite centered. Oh well. Uh, but there's that. Ooh. Uh, walking sideways part still goofed up though. This is because of an animation. I'm not rotating. I'm just walking to the right. Yeah, that's the problem with I'm trying to make the player turn a little bit to the side to walk sideways, but coming across some issues, but I have at least one idea to solve that problem. Here comes the penguin. Uh, I have a better weapon sway, you kind of can see. Woo, woo, penguin. Penguin squirt a little blood, and when you get hit, does a little blood effect on the screen. Plays a sound, a little nice indicator. Have the health at the bottom right, and above that 100 is the points. It's 236, and the ammo uh, on the right. Did I say it right? But bottom left. Bottom left is the health and points. Bottom right is the ammo. Top left is the rounds, which yeah, you take that penguin. Uh, like always, the settings seems to always break. I don't know why. That's really loud now. Uh, oh well. That's okay. Let's call it a rocket, shall we? Uh, uh, I don't know why. That's weird. Before, the text saying call rocket like jittered. It didn't work quite all that great. Anyways, here's the ammo. We click on it, it gives us ammo. You can click it on it 3 times. It's just like the one in uh uh it's 3 words. Deep deep rock something. Wow, I'm really blanking. That's sad. Based on a game of little dwarves digging for for gold and other goodies while fending defending off bugs. Is that the word I'm trying to use? I really gotta fix this turning right thing with. Well, I also am having third person for this game, which you can kind of see. There's like freely moving, like wherever direction you're moving, the player will turn that way, which is pretty cool. But I was having a problem where the player wouldn't rotate and turn back when you shoot, which I have fixed. It is instant, which I mean, instant input working is nice, but seeing the player just instantly turn to shoot and walk back is a little funny. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to make that look not so silly. Perhaps it's just animation. Animation is all I can think of to fix that. But there's that, and then there's aiming down sight, which is a little weird. But because I have the player this face forward when you shoot, I can work in the coding for this to be different because the camera is essentially going into a different position, as in like from from one game object to another. It's becoming a child of, essentially. Instead, I could just make it a just an animation to zoom in, make the camera zoom in to the player's shoulder, which would look nice, I think. So a little less coding and stuff I have to deal with, which I could just handle with just an animation to put the camera on the player's shoulder to shoot. Also, another thing I'd like to do, like in DayZ or Tom Clancy's, what's it called? Recon Wildlands? The game I played, where you can like toggle between shooting third person like this and going in first. And DayZ can do that in PUBG. So I think I'll try to make that a little easier. Yeah, it's coming along. The animations are a little silly. One thing I need to do. Yeah, see, because right now it's still just doing the running forward animation when I'm obviously in more like a first person, but the camera's on their shoulder. And you may be asking, why am I doing a first person and a third person? I don't know. I just like them both, I guess. Sure, that makes things a little more complicating. I could just do first person, which make things a little bit easier. Just a little bit. There's definitely a little bit more coding to go, and I have to do whatnot for third. But let me get you right into the issues I'm having. Alright, we have player. Hello, player. Would you like to play a game? Let's see, the walk right. Now, I have the player. You kind of see, this is like facing forward. And if we go down to walk right, the player rotates. But he is also supposed to like have one of his spines rotate as well. So he's facing forward, but his legs are facing the other direction, so it looks a little bit better when he's walking to the right. So, you know, his legs are facing that direction a little bit more. But I'm having an issue where with the coding I have to do the they're looking up and down, it rotates these spine parts on the X position, which is alright. That's what I want. And a simple fix would be allowing me to also mess with the Y and Z. Did I try that? I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I hate when it does that. It's so annoying. But let's just delete that keyframe animation, so now he's just straight as God intended. Oh no, what have I done? Anyways, but this is currently the walking sideways animation, which, wow, that looks bad. A simple little fix, what I could do is to have bones for scripting and bones for animating. So essentially I could go up to here and we can create parent and boom, it becomes a parent or whatever. So now we can, let's say animate this and have the other one below it be part of the script. But a problem with that right now, when I do that, add another object part of the hierarchy of the player, you see, you see all down here the parts of the body get all broken, they become missing because like everything in the hierarchy of the body has to be named a certain thing or have a certain amount or whatever, I don't know. So if you add stuff, animations will break and you have to essentially delete them and redo them, or I felt like there's a way to fix. Maybe not, but you just can just simply go back, delete that object I just made. But that's the most simplest fix I can think of. Is essentially add more bones objects to the spine. So I'll have ones for animating and ones for the scripting to move up and down. That's essentially what I've done with like the arms. I just have arms here and I have the gun sway script on here, and that's the whole, like both arms, are attached to this object. So when I want to do weapon sway, I can sway. But not too much. You can see it kind of distorts and warps the body. So you can't only do so much until it looks a little silly. A few issues I'm running into, but before, I swear I was able to have it where you see this. Let's go. It's like the flat 2D kind of look. This bone, this thing, the X arrow is pointing off to the right a little bit. And before, how I had the code working, I swear I had it working like this, where it just ignored that position and it just used like the root position where this X, the Z position is. So that it would be straight in order to find, I don't know. It doesn't. It just doesn't. And reason why this is off is because it's doing the, the gun position. That's how you usually hold a gun. You don't have your torso straight. You turn, put the gun into your shoulder, and aim down the sight. But to avoid this, I could just make another bone. Let's have one that's straight and work fine. As I can show you the problem. We take that off-centered bone, put it here, as in for the rotation. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Why was I getting errors? Oh, pause when error. Okay. Yeah, don't pause when you error. Don't bother with that. But as you can see, kind of looks nice and straight, but when I aim down, we tilt to the right. If we go up, we tilt to the left. It's because the positions, of that object is not straight. So it's kind of, so the player's a little bit curvy. That's a problem I'm having, which is not a big deal. Like I said, I can just do a simple, uh, just add more bones, and I can have particular ones do certain things. One's for animation, and the others for the scripting for the player to look up and down or whatever. Whatever. Uh, but yeah, here's that. I have a lot of spaghetti coding going on. And like aim, reset position, transform. I don't even need this, really. Could just create I believe a vector, and I could just have a vector for the rotation. I think I know how to do that. I can do that for good, but that's pretty much it. I can't think much else except for one other thing. The player. Oh, I added some walls. They look kind of nice. Oh, I just realized something though about the walls. They're all mushy. They're not. You can't see the individual pixels like that. Easy fix. Uh, but I think I've shown this before. But the coding for like making the player go up a step or something, which is pretty simple. Like right there, it works. Bam. So ray cast shooting out right out of the feet. Once it touches the wall, it detects something there. It'll push me up, long as the raycasts that are coming out of a little bit above my knees is not touching anything. So that's the way it detects if you're able to go up something. But it does not like detect the angle of the collider you're hitting. So like, you know, these are this 90 degrees straight up. But, you know, objects that are straight up, you know, you'd want coding for this to do that. But if it's more of a little slope, like these little bumps and whatnot on the ground, you don't want, you know, the player to bounce upwards to go over it, because that's just, it's really jittery and it looks bad. At least I think it does. Like right now, the jitteriness that we're experiencing ain't nothing that I'm worried about. But that's something I gotta work on. Figure out how to calculate the angle of the collider that you're about to hit. Is it high enough to use the jump up, essentially go up the step, or is it not? Is it just a small little hill that you don't want? You don't need to bother push the player upwards, because the jitteriness looks fine with like steps. That's what you just kind of expect for steps or going over something like that. In a weird way, it's kind of satisfying. Just boom, you bump into it and you just go right up. Like this is too tall. Here's yeah, there you go. But that's something I need to figure out to calculate the rotation, the angle of the collider you're bumping into, if it's worth pushing up or not. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. But a simple way, reason why I'm not jittering up is because it's detecting if a layering, if this ground has a layer called ground, which if it has the layer called ground, the coding will not work. But if it's anything else, it will work. So that's one simple fix I have right now. But that would mean I'd have to go to each individual little slope kind of thing. Like the ground is a very easy thing to click. You know, it's a big thing object. But for like particularly like rocks, do I want Like, see how weird and jittery it is? Like, do I want to go through each rock and put the ground layer on it so it doesn't do this weird jitter? And also, this, you just really fast scale up it, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I really got to figure out that, like the angle calculation, which I believe there's tutorials on it. Penguins? And something I want to add is a knockback to the penguins, so when they die in ragdoll, oh, oh yeah, they're not technically dead. They just stopped moving and ragdolled. But when they die and go into ragdoll, they would like fly backwards because of being hit by the bullets. That'd be cool. Instead of them just flopping on the ground, give them a little bit of force. Depending on the creature, I could have them probably carry their momentum forward if they die. Like a big rhino or something, you kill it, it just keeps like flying forward if it was charging at you. If you killed it, just kind of keep its momentum. I think that would look cool and be a little bit more realistic instead of just instantly losing its momentum and it's falling to the ground. That's a little silly. White penguin. Yeah, you see, they just fall straight to the ground, and they're technically not dead. That's how they delete themselves. That's so funny. Uh, but the graphics look pretty good, I think. The art design is still in question. I might not stick with this. It's definitely going to be a bit low poly. It's not going to be no AAA looking game. But where you can see the individual pixels, I don't know if I'll keep it like that or have it like how this is right now. But do you like the mushiness of the look of the texture? Or would you like to see the individual pixels kind of like this? I like able to see the individual pixels. Particularly, in a low poly game like this. Ba 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 ba, kill me! Kill me! Oh no, I'm dead. No I'm not. Haha! Suck it, penguins. I was never dead. No, this is just a simple death animation I made, which all it is just an animation right now. You don't actually die, which looks real silly. Oh, for a second I thought I was standing up again. Oh, that's weird. The head's disappearing. That's alright. Oh, that's another thing. The head disappears. I do a little side thing here. Go back into playing. Oh, and I forgot. Alright. Try that again. Last thing I'll probably show you. But when you go in third person, your head shows up. But when you go in first person, your head goes away. Because I wanted the camera to be a little bit more further back so you can see the gun a little bit better. Which right now, honestly, just looking at the camera, I feel like it could be even a little bit further back. Just a little bit, maybe. But actually, I probably had it like that because a problem is uh-oh. Huh, how did I break that? The aiming stopped working. But, actually, I mean, all you can see is your legs right now. Buzzword, you can see, like, your neck. Go away. What the? No, I care. But weather. Oh, I think this is the third try, and I think this will be it. So thanks for watching, checking out this update. Not much has happened. I don't do much, except lately I've been motivated enough to use my spare time to work on it. And that's that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.